welcome to Kenyatta Creates. I'm Kenyatta. Welcome to my channel. Today is a collective book haul. It's not a huge haul. It's a little small, but I didn't get these books all at one time. And there are some book of the month books in here as well. This is my October subscription. I just haven't opened it yet. Just been a lot going on, and I just haven't got around to it till just now. So open this up. On top is a gift. I often talk about on my channel that I'm doing the book of the month reading challenge, and there's different levels. This was the first level prize. I think the book box prize. So it is zipper right here. And then you got right there. Can this fit a book of the month book? I wonder. It's a little snug fit getting it in, but yes, you can actually put a book of the month book in there. And in here, if you annotate, you can put your stuff right there. That's nice. I love this. So there's that. It says sleeves are in. Your 2025 reading challenge prize has arrived. Slip your book into something a little more comfortable. Book of the month. Yes, this was the book boss. Thank you, book of the month. They don't know me. This is the book I selected for October, Red City, by Marie Lu. Power Always Has a Price. Alchemy and Ambition, Power and Perfection, Love and Lies. Welcome to Angel City. Don't let it break your heart. October 2025. And it has the stencil edges. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. Looks like a city, so that way. Nothing real special right there. Let's see. Has some alchemy symbols in there. Then on to part one. So, let's see. When you win the game of power, who do you lose? Alchemy is the hidden art of transformation, an exclusive power wielded by crime syndicates that market it to the world's elites in the form of sand, a drug that enhances those who take it into a more perfect version of themselves. More beautiful, more charismatic, simply more. Among the gleaming skyscrapers and rolling foothills of Angel City, alchemy is controlled by two rival syndicates. For years, Grand Central and Lumines have been balanced on a razor edge between polite negotiation and outright violence. But when two children, friends, step into that delicate equation, the city and the past of their lives will be irrevocably changed. The daughter of a poor single mother, Sam would do anything to claw her way into the ranks of Grand Central in search of a better life. Plucked away from his family as a boy to become a Lumine's apprentice, Ari is one of the syndicate's brightest rising stars. Once they might have loved each other, but as the two alchemists face off across opposite sides of an ever-escalating conflict, ambition will become power, loyalty will become lies, and no transformation may be perfect enough for them both to survive the war. So there is that. And here is the author, Marie Lu. Okay, and one more thing. Have a bookmark. It says you paged. This was submitted by Ella E. Fairfield Air Force Base. It's WA, whatever that is. Member since 2024. Okay, so got that. This was September's book, I believe. Yeah. I got Alchemy of Secrets, Stephanie Garber. It's from Book of the Month. And these are the edges on here. And I have the bookmark in here. And this is Plotting My Escape. Submitted by Danny K. Orlando, Florida. Member since 2016. It starts with the class in an old movie theater. Folklore 517, local legends and urban myths taught by a woman called the Professor. Most students believe the professor's stories are just fiction, but Holland St. James has always been convinced that magic is real. When she tracks down a local legend named the Watchman, who can supposedly tell you when you will die, the world finally makes sense. Except that the Watchman tells her she will die at midnight, tomorrow, unless she finds an ancient object called the alchemical heart. With the clock ticking, Holland is pulled deeper into this magical world in the heart of Los Angeles and into the path of a magnetic stranger. Everything about him feels like a bad idea, but he promises Holland that her sister sent him to protect her. As they chase clues and stories that take them closer to the alchemical heart, Holland realizes everyone in this intoxicating new world is lying to her, even this stranger. And if she can't figure out whom to trust, not even the alchemical heart will save her. So that is that. There's nothing else. Stars on the back. And this one is my August 2025 pick, Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. Oh, I didn't show you the author for this one. These are the edges. And it says 6 rivals, 1 victor, eternity is only the beginning. I read this book already and I really, really enjoyed it. Let's read you, and it's textured so beautifully, like so beautifully. Here is the book. So pretty, so pretty. And then it has some beauty in the inside. I've never had a book of the month book that went out like this. Like, I was really impressed by this one. Welcome to the Blackwood Academy, the legendary school located on the fringes of the afterlife. Once a pupil enters the academy's arch gates, there is no way out, except for the decennial, a once-in-a-decade celebration in which a single worthy student is tested and given a choice: graduate and join Blackwood's magical elite, or cross over to the mysterious other side. This time, though, the rules have changed. This decennial isn't a celebration, it's a competition, and there can only be one victor. 2 academic arch rivals whose strange connection blurred the lines between obsession and hate. One girl driven solely by ambition, another plagued by memories of the love she lost, and a charming playboy who never cared for anyone until he met the academy's newest student. Each of these 6 students has their own motivation to win and their own secret to hide. But what none of them know they aren't the only ones playing Blackwood's game. And if they lose, some fates are worse than death. And this is the author. Like I said, I already read that one. No bookmark with that one. This is Rose in Chains by Julie Soto, USA Today bestselling author. This came from Amazon. Here are the stencil edges. The war is over. The dark forces have won, and the hero who was supposed to save them is dead. The prophecy lied. They were supposed to win the war. Instead, Bryony Rosewood watches shattered and grief-stricken as her brother is killed. Her kingdom falls and her home is overrun by their enemies. Now Evermore is no more, and Bryony is sold at the auction, prized only for her remarkable magic. But defeat isn't nearly as agonizing as being sold to Tovin, scion of the powerful and devious Hearst family, because Bryony knows Tovin all too well from his merciless taunting all through school. Now he's grown into a man Bryony cannot ignore, silver-haired and impossibly unfairly beautiful. And while Tovin is most definitely her enemy, he's something else too, something unexpected. But in a world where magic can instantly crush the human heart and even thoughts can be stolen, there can be no such thing as love, not for Bryony. A secret rebellion is brewing, and she needs to find a way to escape her cage and join it. Yet despite the horrors of her new world and the role she must learn to play within it, all is not lost. Help and hope may yet arise in the most unlikely of places. This is so pretty in pages. Let's see, anything special. There's content warnings. And they got the family tree. That's pretty. Same thing pages in the back, and this is the author. And this is a fanfic based on Harry Potter characters. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that loud because I watch a lot of videos and no one says it, so their names, so maybe I'm not supposed to. But there's that. This book came from Goodwill. Now, it was interesting because when I went to Goodwill, I saw this and I was like, I have to have that, and I didn't buy it. And I went home, looked on Amazon, and I couldn't find it in this cover. And this was only $2.99. I was like, I gotta go back over. So I went back up the next day. Walked back up there the next day. I bought this before I moved, and Goodwill was right up the street from my apartments, where I lived before. And I walked back up there, and I got this the next day. And I was like, I have to have this. I really did. This cover and the back is so creepy. And I love stories about Abraham Lincoln. I had the movie Abraham Lincoln and something about zombies. I got that in a horror block subscription box years ago, and I don't know if I've seen this movie or not. I think I did, but I'm not sure. But I wanted this book, and this is what the book looks like. And the thing about it is I use an app called Bookshelf, and it keeps track of all the books I own, my physical books, not my ebooks or audiobooks, just my physical books. And when I entered this one, I already owned it. My best friend had bought me the paperback a couple years ago, and I forgot. So I donated that one. Well, I gave that to my daughter-in-law, and I had to keep this one for myself because so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, let me tell you what it's about. Indiana. I'm from Indiana. Go. 1818, moonlight falls through the dense wood that surrounded a 9-room cabin where 9-year-old Abraham Lincoln kneels at his suffering mother's bedside. She's been stricken with something the old-timers call milk sickness. "My baby boy," she whispers before dying. Only later will the grieving Abe learn that his mother's fatal affliction was actually the work of a vampire. When the truth becomes known to young Lincoln, he writes in his journal, "Henceforth, my life shall be one of rigorous study and devotion. I shall become a master of mind and body, and the mastery shall have but one purpose." Gifted with his legendary height, strength, and skill with an axe, Abe sets out on a path of vengeance that will lead him all the way to the White House. While Abraham Lincoln is widely lauded for saving the Union and freeing millions of slaves, his valiant fighting against the forces of the undead has remained in the shadows for hundreds of years. That is until Seth Graham Smith stumbled upon the secret journal of Abraham Lincoln and became the first living person to lay eyes on it in more than 140 years. Vampires and Abraham Lincoln. Love it. There isn't a picture of him. Sam Graham-Smith is the New York Times best-selling author of Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I need that. I love Pride and Prejudice. He lives in Los Angeles, so yes, I need that. I need to add that to my wish list. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Now, let's go to a paperback. These 2 books were sent to me by Heather from Strings and Threads, and I'll link her. If you don't know who she is, I will link her down in the description box. I met her in real life. She came down here she comes down here to an event. I don't know what it was. Some kind of event. She comes down here every year, I think, for this event, and she wanted to meet me. So it was great. She's really sweet in person. But last year she asked me to read one of her books and review it for her. And so I did that. I was a little scared because, I was like, man, she's my friend. What if I don't like it? I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. But I did it, and I stayed honest because I would want somebody to tell me their critiques before I let the world see it. And, but I know what I was truthful with her. But it was this book, The Bond Between Realms by Heather Heisler. I think that's how you say it. And here's her picture right there. You may recognize her from YouTube. And she has this. And this is the best part. Right here, the dedication right here. Kenyatta, my dear friend, this story would not be possible without you. Thank you, Heather Heisler. And she has a picture right there. And she has chapters. A lot of books don't do that no more. Okay. These are a little small. And I ain't got my glasses. We're going to try this. They thought it was just a game. They were wrong. Charlie never expected a video game to become a doorway into another world, or to lose everything in the blink of an eye. One moment he's playing Cosmic Quest with his mom. The next he is pulled into the heart of his magical realm, chosen by a legendary sword and hunted by shadows from a forgotten past. In the land where myths breathe and magic pulses beneath the surface, Charlie must uncover the truth behind the Hearthstone crystal and his unexpected connection to it. As dark forces stir and ancient secrets come to light, the fate of 2 worlds may rest in the hands of a boy who never asked to be a hero. Back home, his mother, Linda, isn't giving up. She's determined to uncover the mystery behind her son's disappearance, even if it means facing the echoes of a life she tried to forget. The Bond Between Realms is a heart-pounding venture about family, sacrifice, and the power of believing in something greater than yourself. And I tell you, I love this book. Hold on, let me see if it's available on Amazon. On Amazon right now. So if you're interested, it's called The Bond Between Realms by Heather Heisler. And then with that, she gifted me another book. I haven't read this one. This is The Forgotten Bridge by Heather Hasler. This is on Amazon as well. Two worlds, one forgotten bond. In a station waiting in silence to be found. Cora and Finn never expect their search of ancient relics to uncover a portal hidden between planets, or to meet people who look like them, think like them, and yet live on a world they never knew existed. As revelations unravel and memories reawaken, Tehran and Thalassa edge toward a reunion that was once forbidden, but secrets lie beneath their shared bioluminescent skin and echo through a station built to outlast division. Guided by a holographic keeper and bound by relics older than time, Cora and Finn must navigate friendship, truth, and fragile trust between strangers who are anything but the Forgotten Bridge. The Forgotten Bridge is a luminous sci-fi tale of rediscovery, connection, and the scars left by unity undone. And yeah, I was thinking this was sci-fi, so cool. It says Heather Heiser is an author who writes heartfelt stories with depth, discovery, and just a dash of stardust. When she's not writing, she's probably experimenting with yarn, chasing new ideas, or laughing at her own puns. The Forgotten Bridge is her latest adventure and proof that glow-in-the-dark metaphors belong in space. She is awesome with yarn, y'all. And then right here, it says Kenyatta see page 4. And when I went to page 4, right there, it says, to my dear friend Kenyatta, thank you for being my voice of reason, my compass, and my spark. Your unwavering encouragement and fearless honesty kept me grounded and brave when doubt crept in. I couldn't have written this without you. Your support helped me finish not just a book, but a dream. I told y'all she was sweet. That meant everything to me. I'm like in a book, y'all. In a book. But I'm gonna leave Heather's Strings and Threads link down in the description box to check her out. If you're interested in any of these books, go on Amazon. They're right there. This book is called The Glittering Edge by Alyssa Valere. Now this book is what is it called? It's a subscription box, a Fairy Loot subscription box edition of this. I don't have to get Fairy Loot, but I got this off of Pango Books. It says magic has demands that must be met. Fairy Loot exclusive edition. And these are the edges. And I got this book for this because I fell in love with this when people were showing it. It's not a reversible dust jacket. It's just a reversible art. But I love this. I love this. And I know you can't see it unless I flip it around. And if I flipped it around, I mean, on my book, let's see. That's what it would look like. I love that, but this has like, I like this too. I don't know. This is, I don't know. You could reverse it though. This is what the hardcover looked like. Spine, so cute. In pages. Let's see. Put this back up here. The locals of Idlewood whisper of a tragic love story that began a decades-long blood feud. For as long as anyone can remember, the Luca witches and the wealthy Barian family have been sworn enemies, ever since the curse that changed their face forever. Now, if a Barian falls in love with you, you'll die. But when Penny Emberly's mother becomes the cursed latest victim, Penny must bring together two bitter rivals, Alonzo and Corey, in order to save her mom's life and stop the feud for good. But as the trio navigates unpredictable magic, the tangled web of their family histories, and complicated attraction, it becomes clear that there are more than dark secrets at play. Can Penny find a way to break the curse without losing her heart in the process? This is Alyssa Valera. And this also came with the Glitter Edge overlays. These are designed by Make Shin. And this is the first time I've ever had overlays. They came with the book. I guess you put them in the book where they belong, where they fit into the story. There's one. There's two. Three. These are so cool. I thought it was 4. Did I leave one in there? I did. I don't know where this goes now. Yeah. So hopefully that's the front, the top one. Those back there for safekeeping until I decide to put them in a book. And this is also in there as well. Northwest Books bookmark. Thank you for your order. Love what's inside. Come join our Facebook group, Northwest Books, for more great books and weekly sales. I take the utmost care in packaging. Always include a bookmark or stickers. I would love for you to join my group and invite any book-loving friends and family to too. Hope to see you there. Let's see. Stack of books. Reading takes you everywhere. Volkswagen. Tea. Butterfly. Some flowers. A leaf plant. And this is also in there. Thank you for your purchase. I hope you enjoy your new book at Michelle. So that was really nice. Add those with my bookmarks and my stickers. So that is that book. And this book I got with the plan to go back and get Fourth Ring and Iron Flame that came out last month with the spray edges, but I don't have the money to get them right now. So hopefully I don't miss out, but if not, I just get the regular ones. But this is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I have not read Fourth Ring Week, and I can't tell you what this is about because this is the 3rd book. But I will show you what it looks like. These are the sprayed edges. So obviously, this is about dragons. It's the map on the end pages. Here's the back. This is name, bonded, signet, specialty. So, we got some important stuff to do with the book. But that's all I'm gonna look through on there. Because like I said, I haven't read Fourth Wing. So I don't know anything about it. But here is the author. So hopefully I can get Fourth Wing and Iron Flame and start this eventually. I got that from Amazon. This book I saw on someone's channel. They had started this series. It's called, this is the first book. It's called Moon Called, a Mercy Thompson novel by Patricia Briggs. Werewolves can be dangerous if you get in their way, but they'll leave you alone if you are careful. They are very good at hiding their natures from the human population, but I'm not human. I know them when I meet them, and they know me too. Mercy Thompson's sexy next-door neighbor is a werewolf. She's tinkering with the VW bus at her mechanic shop that happens to belong to a vampire. But then Mercy Thompson is not exactly normal herself, and her connection to the world of things that go bump in the night is about to get her into a whole lot of trouble. A new and dazzling world of vampires, shapeshifters, witches, and vampires. Oh, that's a blurb. I think that's what you call it. And it says a new and dazzling world of werewolves, shapeshifters, witches, and vampires. Lynn Veal, New York Times bestselling author of the Darkened series. Okay, so this is what this book looks like. So yeah, that's all I know about this. It sounded interesting when she showed it on her channel. So yeah, I got it. This is The Babysitter's Club, #1 by it's by Ann M. Martin. This is called Chrissy's Great Idea. Now, The Babysitter's Club is a book series that I read when I was younger. My grandma used to take me to the library all the time, and The Babysitter's Club, Sweet Valley Twins, Sweet Valley High, Choose Your Adventure books. Those were the books that I read all the time before I got into novels. I've been reading for so many years. It says, 4 friends and babysitting, what could be more fun? Chrissy thinks the Babysitter's Club is a great idea. She and her friends, Claudia, Stacy, and Mary Ann, all love taking care of kids. A club will give them the chance to have lots of fun and make tons of money. But nobody counted on crank calls, uncontrollable 2-year-olds, wild pets, and parents who don't always tell the truth. And then there's Stacy, who's acting more and more mysterious. Having a Babysitter's Club isn't easy, but Chrissy and her friends aren't giving up until they get it right. I actually got this when my granddaughter was in the hospital. Raleigh's Children's Hospital. It was on one of their free cards, and I couldn't pass this up. It just brought so much nostalgia into it. I had to get it. This book I got when I picked up Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I thought this was a really cool graphic novel. It's called New Kid by Jerry Craft. Middle school is hard enough without being the new kid. And here's the back. It says 7th grader Jordan Banks loves nothing more than drawing cartoons about his life. But instead of sending him to the art school of his dreams, his parents enrolled him into a prestigious private school known for its academics, where Jordan turns out to be one of the few kids of color in his entire grade. As he makes the daily trip from his Washington Heights apartment to the upscale Riverdale Academy Day School, Jordan soon finds himself torn between 2 worlds and not really fitting into either one. Middle school's hard enough without all the unspoken rules and expectation that comes with being the new kid. Can Jordan learn to navigate his new school culture, while keeping his neighborhood friends and staying true to himself? Now, this book sounds interesting, but what caught my attention was the chapter headers. This chapter 1 is called The War of Art. Let's see. Find another one. Chapter 3, The Hungry Games, Stop Mocking Jay. Chapter 4, The Upper West Side Story. Chapter 6, Jordan Banks, The Non-Winter Soldier. So it's really cute. I mean, if you know your TV, movies, you know these. Chapter 7, The Chinese Food Connection. You know, the Chinese connection. Chapter 8, Straight Out of South Uptown. Straight out of Compton. Show you one more. The Saki Horror Picture Show, Chapter 10. I thought that was really cute. Here is the author, Jerry Craft. So looking forward to that. In this book, I bought a bookshop.org. They sent me an email saying that they were having they sent me a text saying they're having a anti-prime books sale. Well, anti-prime day, where they was doing free shipping. That's what it was. And I wanted this book anyway, so I was like, I'll just get it from there and show my support. But I got this before I moved, so it wasn't the most recent Prime Day sale. But this is The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. And this is also based on Harry Potter characters, a fanfic. The best love stories begin with hate and first sight. This is the back. So pretty. This book is so pretty. I love it. And it feels so nice. Ooh, look at the end pages. So pretty. Same on the back. Let's see, is there anything special? Got that page. Got a map. Okay. It says, loyalties are tested in the slow burn, enemies to lovers, romance, following an assassin and a healer forced to work together to cure a fatal disease while resisting the urge to kill each other, or worse, fall in love. When Osaric Mordaunt, member of the Farron Order of Assassins, falls ill, he realizes he needs the expertise of a very specific healer. As fate would have it, that healer belongs to an enemy faction, the Halian Order. Ariane Fairham and her fellow Halian are inundated by sick children suffering from an outbreak of a previously long-forgotten pox. Unable to get the funding needed to launch an immunization program, the Halian Order is desperate for money, so desperate that when Hazard breaks into their headquarters to bribe Ariane to heal him, she is forced to accept. As Azaric and Ariane work together to solve not only his illness, but the mysterious reoccurrence of the pox, they find themselves ardently denying their attraction, which only fuels the tension between them. Book 1 is the dearly beloved duology. And this is Bridget Knightley right here. Well, cartoon picture of her. So this is book 1. And that is the last book. Like I said, I didn't buy these all at one time, and I didn't buy all of them. But that book, the last book I got from bookshop.org. So make sure you check out Heather from Strength of Threads. And if you're interested in her books are on Amazon. And who else? I think that was it. Because I went to the Book of Notebooks. Yeah, so check out Heather from Strength of Threads. I will leave her in the description box. So that is all. Thank you for taking time to watch. Please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell whenever I post another video, to be notified whenever I post another video. I will see you in my next video. Bye.